In this video, I am going to discuss about characteristics of mathematics. In this discussion, I have posited that mathematics arises from man's attempt to summarize the variety of empirical phenomena that he experiences, and that mathematical advances through the expansion and generalization of this concept and the improvement of these models. Though each different characteristics present unique pedagogical challenges and opportunities, here I will consider and focus on the six group of characteristics. Logical sequence. The study of mathematics begins with few well-known uncomplicated definition and postulates and proceeds step by step to quite elaborative step. Mathematics learning always proceed from simple to complex and from concrete to abstract. It is a subject in which the dependence on earlier knowledge is particularly great. Algebra depends on arithmetic, calculus depends on algebra, analytical geometry depends on algebra, dynamics depends on calculus, and so on. Wide applicability. Mathematical truth turns out to be applicable in very distinct areas of application, in phenomena from across the universe to across the street. Knowledge is power only when it is applied. The study of mathematics requires the learners to apply the skill acquired to new situation. The knowledge acquired by the student is greatly used for solving problems. The students can always verify the validity of the mathematical rules and relationships by applying them to novel situations. The teacher should always help the student in applying and verifying the mathematical ideas. The knowledge and its application, wherever possible, should be related to daily life situation. Concepts and principles become more functional and meaningful only when they are related to actual practical applications. Such a practice will make the learner of mathematics more meaningful and significant. Mathematical language and symbolism. Since numbers are abstraction and cannot be perceived by any of the five senses, they often confused with their names. A teacher ought to be very careful to use correct terms, since this helps children to learn and think better. Without language, we cannot talk about anything. Mathematics talk consists of making use of mathematical symbolism. Understanding mathematics is realizing what symbolism corresponds to the structure that has been abstracted. It is not enough for children to understand mathematics. It is necessary for them to speak mathematics, in other words, to handle symbols. The process of speaking of the mathematical language runs as follows. An abstraction process followed by a symbolization process, followed again by the learning of the use of the symbols. The symbols of mathematics constitute a language which is gradually developed by and for the pupil. This language must be acquired just like any other language, and there is need for translation this language into one's own mother tongue. The use of symbols makes the mathematical language more elegant, precise than any other language. As for example, commutative law of addition and multiplication in real number system can be stated in verbal form as the addition and multiplication of two real numbers is independent of the order in which they are combined. This can be stated in a quantized form as a plus b equal to b plus a and a into b equal to b into a for all ab belongs to R. Almost all mathematical statements, relations, and operations are expressed using the following symbols. Generalization and classification. When the pupil evolves his own definition, concept, and theorems, he is making generalizations. The generalizations and classification of mathematics are very simple and obvious in comparison with those of other domains of thought and activity. One of the important aspects of algebra is its generalized treatment of the process of arithmetic. In geometry also, there are repeated occasions for grouping and generating results. Abstractions. Mathematics is abstract in the sense that mathematics does not deal with actual objects in much the same way as physics. For example, Euclid's line are supposed to have no width and his points no size. No such object can be found in the physical world. Euclid's geometry describes an imaginary world which resembles the actual world sufficiently for it is a useful study for surveyors, carpenters, and engineers. One of the central concepts of mathematics, infinity, is something that we can never experience. But our whole thinking is based on the assumption that there are infinitely many numbers, so that counting need never stop. So all these are abstract concepts. It is not possible to learn all the concepts with its concrete objects. Abstract thinking and its presentation is needed to understand them. The concept like prime numbers, probability, functions, limits can only be learned through their definition. It is not always possible to provide concrete objects to correspond to such concepts. Precision and accuracy. Mathematics is known as an exact science because of its precision. In mathematics, the results are either right or wrong, accepted or rejected. There is no midway possible between right. Mathematics can verify the validity of the results and convince others of its validity with consistency and objectivity. The precision of a measure and computation is evaluated in terms of the apparent error. The accuracy of a measure or computation is evaluated in terms of the relative error or percent of error made. Mathematical system. Mathematics includes many components which are in themselves mathematical structures or mathematical systems. A typical mathematical system has its following four parts: undefined terms, defined terms, axioms, and theorems. Undefined terms. In geometry or in any other mathematical system, we have start with some terms which are taken as undefined terms and other terms of the system are defined in terms of undefined terms. The choice of undefined terms is completely arbitrary and generally to facilitate the structure. As for example, point, line, set, variable, plane. These are all the undefined terms. Defined terms. We define other terms of the system in terms of the undefined terms. As for example, a triangle having three equal sides is an equilateral triangle. Thus, to define an equilateral triangle, one should have learned the terms triangle, equal, or sides. Axioms. Axioms or postulates are statements in a mathematical system which we take for granted and describe the relationship existing among the undefined terms of the system. They are self-evident truths. As for example, there can be one and only one straight line joining 2 points. Two lines meet at a point. A line has one and only one midpoint. The above postulates describe the relationship existing among undefined terms line and point. Theorems. In daily life, we generally use a form of argument called the rule of implication. The rule of implication states that the statement P implies the statement Q, and if the statement P is true, then the statement Q will be true. When we apply the rule of implication to the axiom, we generate new statements. Again, we may apply this rule to these new statements. A statement that we arrive by successive application of the rule of implication to axioms and statements previously arrived at is called a theorem. As for example, the angles in a semicircle are right angles. The exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then alternate angles are equal. Words to know. Characteristics. A feature that helps to identify, tell apart, or describe recognizably a distinguishing mark or trait. Now try this. Describe different characteristics of mathematics with your own words.